You're listening to the Purple Teens podcast. Inspire, nurture, and grow.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Purple Teens podcast. This episode promises to be educative, entertaining, and intriguing. My name is Ojo Anoluapo, and I'll be your host for today. So, we're going to be taking a new turn of things this episode. I have an anonymous message from a student, and I will read it out. It's an anonymous message, as I said. So, I'm going to be calling the writer C. So he goes, "My name is C, and I hate my dad. He's the worst father anyone can have. He doesn't care about me or my mom or anyone else. He only cares about himself and his booze and his women. He's always angry, he's always drunk and always violent. He never spends time with me. He never helps me with my homework. He never teaches me anything. He never hugs me. He never praises me. He never says he loves me. He only hits me, scolds me, insults me. He makes me feel worthless, hopeless, and alone. I don't have any siblings to share my pain with or for any friend to talk to. I am too ashamed of my dad and too afraid of what he might do if he finds out. I don't trust anyone and I don't open up to anyone. I keep everything in silence and I keep everything inside, pardon me, and I suffer in silence. I don't know how to be a man or how to be happy. I don't know how to live or how to love. I hate school too. I can't concentrate on my studies and I can't relate to all my classmates. They all seem so happy and normal, so carefree. They have families that love them and futures that await them. They have dreams and goals and passions. I have nothing. I have no motivation. I have no ambition, no direction. I have no purpose, no meaning, no reason. I have no life. I wish I could escape from this hell, but I don't know how. I wish I could change my dad, but I don't know how. I wish I could change myself, but I don't know how. I wish I could die, but I don't have the courage. I am stuck in this nightmare and I can't wake up. I am C. I hate my dad and I hate myself too." That's a powerful one. So in order to intricately look into this anonymous message, I'm going to be taking it paragraph by paragraph. So this guy goes ahead, or this boy goes ahead to introduce himself and says he has the worst father anyone can have. His father, he is more or less useless, according to what he wrote. That his father is always drunk and is always carrying women around. That he's never happy. He never smiles at him. He never hugs me. Or let's just say, in general, he never does what a normal father is supposed to do. So now he goes on to say he doesn't have any siblings or friends to talk to because he doesn't feel they will share in the pain or understand him. That is where I actually feel he actually needs help. So I feel like in this world you can't do stuff by yourself. You need people, even if they're trying to say, okay, as much as possible, I'm trying to cut off relationship from people. But trust me, you can't live this life without people that will help you, without people that will pray for you or pray with you or give you words of support. Because no man is an island of knowledge, as they say. You need people to help you. So concerning not opening up to people, to your mates and classmates, I feel like it's actually okay not to be able to. It's okay because you, as you said, you don't have any siblings. Because if you say you have siblings, you have somebody that okay, okay. This problem is shared since you guys are siblings. You guys have been going through the same thing. But since you don't have any siblings, going to talk to your mates may seem as a bad idea. Why I'm saying so is because now children of nowadays, if they don't understand you, they can make you a point of in laughing stock, like, oh, that guy, that his daddy is a drunkard or something or whatnot. I just want you to listen to me and take this into consideration. Look for somebody that is older and more mature, somebody that you can trust. It can be a teacher, it can be an adult, maybe in church or just in the street, or somebody that you trust. Like, okay, I've known this person for a while. This person is nice to me. This person will listen if I should go. This person has experience. And if I talk to this person will listen. You definitely can't bottle up this your emotions, because even your mom, I think you didn't really write anything about your mom here. You just said that he always beats your mom. Your mom, I don't feel like you will be able to relate much, because I don't understand if you understand what I don't understand if you get what I'm trying to say. Just get an adult that you feel you can relate. It can be a teacher. It can even be a counselor in school or anything. Just talk to somebody, because if you keep bottling things up, to get to a time, to get to a point that you won't be able to take it. And so sad, you even wrote it here that you want to kill yourself, but you don't have the courage. To get to a point that that courage will come and you will actually do it. So moving on, you said you hate school and can't concentrate on your studies. Definitely, because you are going through some emotional trauma. That is always going to affect you in whatever you're doing. You'll not be able to concentrate. You'll not be able to have your mind fixed on something. Your education, your results will be draining. It will be coming. I don't understand. You'll be relenting. It's not if you're doing it purposely, but it's because of the emotional stress you're going through, the emotional trauma that you're going through. Then you go ahead to say, they have families that love them and futures that await them. They have dreams and goals and passions. You're talking about your classmates that you can't relate to here. And I would say that the key to finding yourself is self-love. If you can't first of all love yourself, you can't love other people. You need to bring yourself to know that it's only you only have you, and nobody's going to take care of you for you. I don't know if you get. You only have yourself, and that is all you have. People will come, people will go. You're only going to be you're always going to be by yourself in this world. So you have to develop the habit of self-love. What I mean by self-love, it doesn't entail selfishness. It entails when I mean self-love means having a high regard for your own well-being and happiness. It means that you always place your happiness over any dilemma or calamity happening beside you or happening by you. You can have an issue going on, and you be like, okay, I'm not going to allow this get to me, because if I allow this get to me, it will affect me. I'll not be able to study. I'll not be able to. So you just find ways in which in which you know you can deal with situations. I don't know if I'm getting across to anybody like this. Self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing yourself to pleasing others. It doesn't mean you're selfish. It just means you're putting your self-interest first, because human beings are not actually meant to be altruists. You're meant to be an egoist. You need to love yourself first, because the Bible says love your neighbor as yourself. If you don't love yourself first, you will not know how to love your neighbor. That's it. Love your neighbor as yourself. You have to love yourself first. Know how to know, because for instance now you can't say, because I hate myself, you hate other people. Okay, you can't say, okay, for instance now, if you have self-love, you know how you take care of yourself, you prioritize your health, you know how to relate with other people better. You know how to relate with other people better. Now you say that they have futures and passions and you don't have anything. That is completely false. Once you start to develop and find yourself, when you start to discover who you actually are and what you're actually here for, because everybody's on earth for a purpose. When you start to discover who you are, you know that everybody has a purpose. And now, one thing that works for me when I'm in a state of dilemma and I can't seem to think straight is I just find something to do to take my mind off it. Either I listen to music or I just sleep. That sleep is even over. It is not emphasized enough. Just take a time to just tune yourself out of that trouble. Just tune yourself out of it. Just go and when you wake up, even though you are feeling refreshed, Although the problem is still there, you now have a new approach to such an issue. Another thing I do is that I write. You are feeling bad, you journal it down, you write about it. Okay, because you know there's some things that you will not be able to say to people. Like something that you don't have the courage to say to people, that you write it down. Just a few days ago, I was just looking at the journals I've written, like the situation I was in at the point, and how I actually wrote how I felt. And now looking back at that moment, the issue has gone. Obviously, God helped me to, or God helped me to clear. So he helped me to overcome such issues. Now looking at such writings that I did when I was still in the middle of the storm. Let me just say it like that. I was not like, was I the one that wrote this thing? Like, and as I was even reading, I was relieving that past pains. Now, but at the same time, you're now happy that okay, I've gone through this. Now I have a different approach. But if such things happen again, I would I know how I would attend to such issue. I know how I would take up such problems. So far I've said you either listen to music or you sleep. Another thing is even apart from journaling helps you to take your mind off things. It's actually a very healthy act. Writing your day, how your day went, even if you don't have anybody to talk to that your journal, your book is going to be your friend, because you get to say what you deeply feel, say what you actually want, and actually how you feel. So that when you look back from the future and you say, okay, this is so I've actually gone through something like this, okay, and I know how to handle such situations. Then you say you have exactly. Another thing is find a hobby. Either is you like to draw, you like to sing. Just develop that part of you. Develop that aspect of you that will help you. Who knows? That might even be your thing. That might be why you actually created. You might want you might be created to use your talents to sing, to drum, to draw, to talk, to act, anything. Once you know things that you know that you are good at, and you will not know this until you start this your self-discovery journey. Get to know yourself, because even me at this point that I am, everybody is still on a journey to self-discovery, because there's different situations that will come by you every day, and you have different people have different responses. Like this thing can happen to somebody and the person react this way, and it can happen to you and react the other way. So you can't say you've fully known yourself, because there's some things that you do and you'll be, is it me that did this thing? Shouldn't I me do this thing? Like what came over me? Or wow, or you can say wow, I'm not proud of myself for reacting to such a situation like this. So the road to self discovery is always very very long, and you need to start now, because later on, people, if you don't know who you truly are or what you truly stand for, people will definitely start taking advantage of you, and you wouldn't want that. That is not what you would want. So, moving on, you say you wish you could escape from this hell, but you don't know how. I think I can also say the points I've listed out as a way for you to, is even a way for you to escape. Don't let me say reality, because not everything lasts for long. Another thing is that you actually have to be praying. I don't know if you're a Muslim or you're a Christian or what religion you're into, but pray. Pray that God will touch the heart of your father to change, or pray that God gives you the strength to be able to overcome this turbulence, to overcome these trying situations. Because trust me, there's nothing that you will pray for that God won't give you. The Bible says, for a father knows exactly what you need even before you ask him. He already knows what you want even before you ask. Let's talk about when you now ask. He will definitely just try and pull yourself and help your family, because it's a family issue now. Help your family by praying. another thing is from this your note, I actually know that it is here. It is a subtle message that you actually already hate your dad. Even I think you even wrote it at the point that you said you hate your dad. Yes, even the first line, my name is C and I hate my dad. You hate your dad. Hate is a very strong word, and I understand why you would choose such strong words. I have a number of people or a number of acquaintances I have had, and a friend of mine that has gone through stuff like this. She's still going through it. She's still going through it, but she's surviving. She's 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 surviving. I feel like a way that you can feel less hatred for your father is I'm always going to be emphasizing on this self love because you can't give what you don't have. Exactly. I feel like for one, you hate yourself because you hate yourself. That's number one, and number two, you not hate your father. If if it's that you actually know yourself, you're on the road to self discovery and all, you'll be able to say, okay, he's my dad, but I don't like how he do. At this point, I feel like this self love stuff should be a priority for you. It should be a priority. Like go go see. I am on my journey to self love. If it's that you actually know yourself, and I will continue to say this: love your neighbor as yourself. You often first of all have to love yourself before loving your neighbor. And now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to justify what your dad is or what your father is doing that is right or wrong. No, I'm not. In fact, if what is this morally very, 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 very wrong, is morally wrong. So he said, and this is actions having a toll on you. That's why you say you can't relate with your mates well. You can't focus on your studies. You want to end things. And another thing is you're still. I don't know if you are you are a teenager. You're not a man yet. You are a child. Act like a child. Do things as children. So I actually feel that when children start to be behaving how when students or children act more mature than they actually are, it affects them. You're a child, do things like a child. Go outside, play with the sand, because it's normal for children. Don't say because this is what is going on in my family. I'll just sit down in the room and be thinking. Just go outside, change your environment. Even if you just want to go and clear your head in nature, just go for a stroll, walk, or just act like your age. You said you don't know how to be a man. You don't know how to be a man because you are not a man. You are a teenager. You're a child. Behave like one. Behave. Don't carry the world problems on your head, because people actually have skeletons in their cupboards. It's just that the cupboard is closed. You don't know what somebody is going through until they actually tell you. Like you might be believing that, oh, my problem is the worst and is the worst in this world, while somebody else is going through shits more crap than you actually are. Another thing I will say is you're a teenager, act like one. Go out, play football, act drama, just do things that kids your age do. Have friends, have a clique of that you did you watch yesterday's match? Did you see the show on the television yesterday? Or stuff like that. Just do just be a teenager. I don't know, because with this my limited knowledge, or I wouldn't say limited because everybody's learning and all. What I know, if you continue this way, suicide will actually be something like, man, you even wrote it that you want to commit suicide but you don't know how to. No, I don't. I will continue to have this opinion that suicide is never an option. No matter what you're going through, no matter there's always a solution. There's always you just not spoken to the right person. You just not prayed about it. You just not done something that you need to do. Suicide is never an option. See, please don't. if you have a list of what you can do to just stop cancel suicide, just cancel it. Because not only does suicide affect you, it affects your society. It affects. Do you know how your mom will feel, or the people that actually do love you will feel when they find out that, oh, he committed suicide? Do you know how hurtful that's going to be? To cancel suicide out of your agenda, just a straight line, draw it, cancel suicide. Suicide is never an option. It's never. I'll continue to say this. Suicide is never an option. It's always a solution to things. No matter how bad your situation is, there's always a solution. So in general, I actually to just pray about it. Ask God, commit your family into God's hand, and just watch God take control. Just another thing I said is to find a hobby, do something that will take your mind off it. That's either you want to write, you want to just find a hobby, whether it's football, anything. Another thing is I actually I'm trying to encourage you to try and journal, to write everything down. If it's that at the end of the day, you can come back and write in your book how the day went, what you felt, did your teacher do you well? Did you understand what the teacher said? Did that boy that was fighting, was it justified? So just write it down. Another thing I also said is this your journey, self-love and self-discovery is a very long one. So it's best if you start now. You can't give what you don't have. You can't give love if you don't have love. Surround yourself with things that will make you feel your self-worth. You get. Another thing I said is act your age. You are not a man yet. You will definitely be a man when the time comes. But at this point, you're a child, you're a teenager. Enjoy it while it lasts. Do things your children your age do. You get? So I don't know, people out there that are going through similar situations, I really hope I've been able to shed more light with my little knowledge. I really hope that this will help you in viewing your situation in another light. And I really hope this will. I really hope that when you try this out, that your situations will come to an end. I definitely will be praying with you, and I really hope that you write another message to me saying that, oh, I know what I said or what you advised me to do is working. You get? And until next time, my fellows, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Always, because there's always going to be an intriguing episode. Every episode is promises to be very entertaining and educative. Thank you all for listening, and we look forward to seeing or hearing your feedbacks or messages for us. Thank you so much, and I really hope you tune in to every. I want you all to continue to tune in to every episode that we drop, because it's definitely going to help you. If you know someone that's going through a situation like this, just play it to them or just forward it to them. Tell them, oh, go and listen to Bubble Things podcast. It actually helps. Until next time, I remain your humble host, Anu. See you guys. Have a nice time. Ciao.